Welcome back, Old Two Sugar YouTube channel. My name is Wayne, and today we're not working on junk. Well, hopefully, it's not the plan. We're buying junk today. I outdone myself here on this latest round of garbage, and kind of went auction crazy and bought a pile of junk I didn't need. I got 2 sheets of paper full of stuff that I bought. So we're on our way over there right now to pick all that shit up. And yeah, let's see what kind of a gypsy load we can get on this trailer here, because we are definitely gonna need the trailer. See you in a few. Well, kids, let this be a lesson to you. Don't bid and drink.
I was intoxicated.
This is what I was really after. Biggest one I've ever seen.
That's what she said.
Had to have it. I got a bed full of shit too. Finally got a belt sander. There's a Monarch cabinet in there, a bunch of Monarch parts. And maybe a kitchen counter or something. We'll see. I don't know. See if it survives the ride. Dude had a ton of stuff. Alright. I gotta get strapping or I'm gonna be here for a month. Oh yeah, the inside of the truck is full too.
I am never gonna financially recover from this.
I really gotta quit this. These auctions are the devil. Alright fellas, we are loaded and strapped.
The glass stones are in the basement. Okay,
All of the junk. See if we make it. Well, boys, we have successfully made it home. I don't know if the video does justice. Look at the size of this skid steer. Look at the size of that freaking press. It's over 6 foot tall. I don't know. They said it weighs 4,000 pounds. I don't know. Maybe one of you guys have seen one of these before. I've never seen one this big. And I've always wanted a real big one. So there she is. A little bit of buyer's remorse, but not that much. So these are all the plates that go down in those U's. The U-shaped plates for that. So instead of that rotating thing like you have on with the 4 cutouts that you would have on that, these go in there. So there's a bunch of different ones of those, and they go in there, and then that is what you bridge your shit across. Pretty cool setup. And then these swing right out of the way. The thing is wicked cool. I really like it. It's not a bad color. I don't mind the blue, but it'd be cooler if it was alpine green, I think. This thing, I couldn't leave it there. I paid $1,600 for it. It's a Model 6. It's 25 ton. They don't make it anymore. The biggest you can get nowadays is a 15 ton. I don't know that there's even any real use for something this large. The thing is in immaculate shape. The paint's a little bit beat up, but it actually has all of these. I didn't realize it in the auction. It has all of these U plates to go with it. You saw them in the truck bed there. There's like 3 or 4 of them, and it came with this ginormous chunk. You can kind of see it here of solid brass that he was using to press stuff on. It came with everything. There's the ratchet works absolutely beautifully. I'll show you a little bit more about this, but the only other one I've seen was on Facebook Marketplace, local to me, and the dude wanted 10 grand for it. I know they're way more than that to buy new, so Like $1,600, I'll take it. Whatever. It's a giant nuisance, but it's really cool. Probably crush a can with the hand wheel. How flat do you think we can get it?
That's what I want to know.
Oh yeah, you can definitely crush a can with a hand wheel. But now it's like hard. Which one is the big gun? I don't remember.
I think
That's not it. Buddy, you gotta go way out here. Holy shit.
Oh man.
Bro, it's like nothing.
It's impressive.
I ain't mad at it. Look how flat it is, dude.
What do we smash? What's getting smashed next? Now?
I don't know. I want to smash something.
Yeah.
That's how I'm going to put in every seal from now on. I'm just going to give her a... I got the bowling alley lane, bowling lane, whatever you call this thing. I don't know. I got to cut it, but I'm thinking it's going to go in the kitchen. Maybe. Oh, the stupid thing I had to have. So he was using this as a bench top. It has beautiful dovetail edges. Somebody put some real time into this. Me and the wife were thinking we're going to use it for a kitchen countertop. Maybe I'll resand it. But I do have to, for our island in the kitchen, it's this thing's pretty big. It's like 14 foot long. And my island is, I can probably get away with 10 foot of it in there. You'll see. I'll insert a clip here. We're going to jam this into my reefer trailer for now, because it's a flat base and it's out of the elements. It's insulated, so it should keep most of the moisture off the thing. We'll jam it in there for now. Alright, now I think if I strap the shit out of it at the back, maybe it'll pick up. Maybe it won't. But I promise you we're going to find out. Maybe I'll do a video on the test fit, maybe not, but that's the intention of it. It's actually in super nice shape. I'm not sure what all he was doing with it. I mean, obviously it's on a bunch of cabinets, but he couldn't have been doing any kind of heavy work on the surface because it's actually very, very nice. $240 on the thing. Whatever, dude. Find another one for that. That's dovetailed as nice as this. I'll buy it all day long. That's the same size as the one I have on the bench that you've all seen a million times, but it's got a floor mount, and I kind of figured I could put it out of the way that way. Or I might just sell it. I don't know. And we're going to start with this first unit here. Number 3, Green Nerd Arbor Press. And it was in super nice shape. I dragged it home, looked at it for about, I don't know, 3 days, and looked on eBay, and these things are going for like $900,000 all day long. 2 are already sold, and this one is in like impeccable condition. I ended up putting it on Marketplace. I put it on there for $600, like super reasonable, and that triples my money, and it sold in a day. Less than a day, really. It was gone just about immediately. So I was happy to recoup a little bit of cash with that. Trying to step up our fabrication game a little bit here. This is a belt sander. I'll show you that when we get it out of the neighbor kid. What are you laughing about?
I can't.
So he's like, "You got a hand truck?" I'm like, "Yeah, got a brand new one with 2 flat tires, no charge."
Yeah, it's brand new. Let's put it on.
It is brand new.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, I guess just go over the forks. No wonder the tires are flat.
Yep. Yeah, plug it in.
I was gonna say, I have no idea if it even works, to be honest with you. Oh, wow. She's the ripper. Next, we got this Dayton disc belt sander for $160, dude. This is an absolute gift. This thing right here. So, unbeknownst to me, I knew it came with this binder here that you see in the picture, and a couple of like table sliders. What I didn't realize it came with, they gave me an entire box of sanding discs with it. I really was into it for literally just the belt disc sander. I wanted one of these forever. They're impossible to find for any kind of reasonable money. So for $160 all day long. Oh, look at all the shit I got in the truck, dude. Bunch of tool holders. They're not great ones, but this is the whole reason I bought that whole lot. Was that's the 5C collet chuck for the Monarch. And then these are steady rests for the Monarch. Both of those. So yeah, that's why I bought all this shit. And then all this stuff came with the one lot. It was all on that one bench. It came with a fridge and a bunch of shit. We got this 52-inch or 72-inch bench with contents, and this had like, show you here. I had a microwave, a fridge. You had to take all this shit. This is where that goofy looking bench on the trailer came from. But this lot also came with the 2 Monarch steady rests, like a half-ass faceplate here, the tool holders. Let's see, what else did we get? Like a collet indexer, this Dremel tool that doesn't work. Came with a super rare new old stock 634cc 2-stroke cylinder, new old stock in the box. So that's pretty cool. That's on eBay. And then a bunch of height measuring tools. One with a dial indicator. The soldering stand actually that works fantastic. I'm going to keep that. This X-Acto knife kit. I've already used this thing twice. It's super handy. Also came with some more Monarch attachments, actually. So this is the 5C collet chuck. And this is a Jogren it's Ardenge. This is actually a 2J quick collet closer, and it's the one that's specific to the Monarch. which is 4,000 RPM rated. So that was like a really good find, as well as this is a multi-thread indexer for the Monarch, and it's like probably one of the rarest Monarch accessories out there. So super pumped to have that stuff. That's really the only reason why I bid on this lot. I paid $300 for all of it. Let's go to the video here. I've got a little clip of what me and neighbor kid found in the fridge. Oh, this is my favorite thing.
Dude, I'm hoping for some banquet.
Yo, let's have a beer, dude.
Oh,
they're still cold.
Oh my god. How old are they?
I don't know. They're probably pretty good. Want a beer? Oh. What a treat.
Miller High Life, champagne and beers.
God, I tell you what, those are pretty good.
I was thinking more of a Coors Banquet guy.
Crack her open, bud. You gotta have a beer. It came with the stuff. It was free. I mean, you know. Shit. You don't have nothing to do except eat dinner.
Oh yeah.
Oh, put that anywhere.
Champagne and beers.
At least I didn't shake it. What's that? Oh, wow, it's like a brass bow tie or something. Look at that.
Oh wow.
I don't know where that was.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's fancy. Cheers, buddy.
Oh wow.
They're pretty good, right?
Not bad.
I think I'm gonna get some of these. How's the deal with the fridge? So, Mr. Barber, if you're watching this from above, appreciate you, bud. Thanks for leaving me a couple brewskis. Next up, we've got this heavy Monarch cabinet with contents. Now, I don't believe this to be an actual Monarch cabinet. I believe this is just a cabinet that old Mr. Barber jammed a Monarch logo onto. But anyway, it was a super nice heavy cabinet, and I wasn't really sure what this was in here, these pieces, but what they actually are is, I figured it out when I got it home. In an original Monarch cabinet for a 10E lathe, they had a, let me see if I can find a picture here. I'll pull it up, hang on. Alright, so this is what the original Monarch cabinet would have looked like. And this top part opens up, as you'll see here in a second, and inside it had a rotating rack for collets, store all your collets in, and that's actually what ended up being in here. This is the parts and pieces to it. There you can see there's the base, and those are two of the collet racks. There was one more back on this bench here. This thing here actually still has the other piece of it bolted onto it. But yeah, so that's the original. It's one of the original collet racks for one of those Monarch cabinets. So it's pretty pumped to have that. I just gotta find. This is actually always missing. If you find one of these Monarch cabinets, it seems to be, for whatever reason, they just get lost or whatever. I don't know. I guess I just gotta find a cabinet now. Or I could go ahead and mount it in this. But the trouble is those collets are designed to be pulled out from the top, out of these racks, and so there's not really enough height here to do that. So I have to find something like this if I'm going to do that. And so then this is the drawbar and stuff. And this is what I was thinking fits the Monarch. But I don't know. I didn't go to the preview or nothing. I don't got time to go to preview, so we just buy stuff and then worry about it later. Next we have $60 for this thing here, which came with a shitty chuck, which this is a collet closer, I believe he had a Monarch there, and I believe this is for a 10E. I think it's a Victory collet closer. But it came with a Monarch faceplate. Here's a small faceplate for a D13 mount. It came with this other kind of chuck. I'm not sure. It looks like it goes on a tailstock. And let's see what else here. We got this 4-jaw chuck. These things, I don't even remember what they were. I jammed them in my tooling drawer. They're like Chinese made, not super expensive. For 60 bucks, I wasn't about to leave any of this here. I mean, faceplate's probably worth that, so we brought it on home. And then next I got this collet rack. It has a bunch of miscellaneous collets in it. I kind of overpaid for this. You get all spiced up bidding in these auctions. Sometimes they get away from you. It's just Shars collets. They're not really worth anything. At the time, I hadn't put together the fact that they had it listed as a Shands. What Shands actually is misspelled Shars. And like I said, I didn't go to the preview, so that's kind of where you lose sometimes. But whatever, it's definitely worth what I've got in it. There's just not a whole lot of money there, but I can use the collets, so whatever, no big deal. Next, we bought this electronic digital protractor. It was 45 bucks. These things are like $200, 250 bucks. That's brand new. I wasn't gonna leave it there, so that came home with me. And then we bought tubing benders for 75 bucks. I again just couldn't bring myself to not buy these. These ones here, the Swagelok brand, they're like $200-300 a pair, and there was 2 pair in there, and not to mention all the other sizes of. The one was brand new in the box, this rigid one here. I couldn't leave them there for 75 bucks. I'll take them all day long. Next we have these just like Star at Last Word indicators. 45 bucks for the pair. They were there's 2 of them here. One primarily, but this was the one I was mainly after, they're great. This is great for tramming the Bridgeport. And I don't have one that reads this particular graduations. I believe this one's half thou or thou. So perfect for my old junk Bridgeport. And the other one was just a bonus. 45 bucks. Can't go wrong. I'll take it. They're in beautiful condition, actually. And they work really good.
Alright, fellas, we got this thing buttoned back up on there. Ain't too shabby, actually. Sick, we are about to get some friggin' weather. Just in the nick of time, as always. It's pretty smooth. I didn't film it because it was just me. I don't have that many hands and we're pressed for time.
Alright, boys and girls. Let's finish off this auction video. It took me 4 days, 5 days. One of those. And we cleaned up, like deep cleaned this friggin' shop. It was, you couldn't even walk in here. Look at all this friggin', look at all the room I got for activities. Ridiculous. So I feel a lot better about that. We had to put the band in here for my annual party. My nerd wife wants calculators. I knew she would. We're keeping this thing because it's cool and I don't have a base like soldering station like that. So I deep cleaned like even the benches. Everything's like organized. Redid my camera gear. That's a whole nother deal. But I managed to get everything organized. Got all this stuff from the last auction over near the place where we're going to use it. Move my nuts and bolts over to here. It's kind of not the greatest spot. Believe it or not, the handle doesn't hit, but the motor does if you go all the way. But I don't really use this side of the table much, so whatever. I got the lathe, and so I brought in all the tooling for the lathe, right? And I was able to load this cabinet up and get it all squared away. I went through and sprayed everything with some type of lubricant so it doesn't rust. But that's all the lathe shit is in there. I was actually able to clean out all the compartments under the lathe because there's storage compartments. Like each one in here. There's one in the front. That's all one big space under there. Because normally all the electronics to drive the lathe would be in there, but this one's kind of like booger hook converted.
which is the purpose of that motor there, which we'll get into another day, hopefully. Back here is kind of a mess right now, since I was able to take the bolt bin off the wall back here. I could get all the welders finally fit again. That was kind of the goal there. A lot of this stuff is going to have to move, but it's here for now. I kind of wanted to jam all my engines over there. And then I got the one on the stand over here so I could work on it. We're going to start stripping this down here shortly in a future video. We got to get going on it, but I got some other stuff to do first. The press is going to live here. It's really heavy. So I brought it in, set it on the wood blocks with the pallet jack. I got a 5,000 pound pallet jack. It wasn't real happy about it. Set it here, and I was like, all right, I'll just move it around, using I got a big Johnson bar. Get it?
I got a big old Johnson. I got a great big Johnson.
Yeah. What's that? Well, it looks like a giant Johnson.
A big Johnson bar. And it goes underneath it to help move equipment and shit like that, dude. I was hanging off the end of that bar, didn't even lift it. So she's big. But that's an out of the way enough spot for it. Nothing really goes in that bay, so the bay's free. It's kind of right across from the other press. We already used it to do Neighbor Kids U-joints. So it's pretty cool. I'm real happy to have that thing. It's a great conversation piece, if nothing else. I've put all of this tooling on eBay. This is from a previous auction, but I needed to clean it out, so I put all that shit on eBay so we can get rid of it. If you need some lathe tooling, that's mostly turret lathe tooling, jump over to eBay and buy it, because, well, I priced it like half of what everybody else was priced on there. I'm trying to be the guy with stuff that's sold and not the guy with shit that's for sale. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for watching. Let me know if you guys like this kind of overview style video of like things I'm buying. I'm always at auctions or, dragging some dumb shit home. And I tried this video out to kind of try to format and see how you guys respond to it. Picked up a lot of really cool stuff. Sold some of it already, which is great. Try to help pay for this behemoth. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Some of your auction finds, maybe, stuff like that. I just love to have some feedback on this. As always, I really appreciate the patience. You guys keeping me in the game. I've been wanting to take a break here for a while, and y'all are keeping me going, so I appreciate it. If you'd like to support the channel, the best way to do that is either Patreon or pop on over to old2stroker.com and get yourself some merch. We've got an absolute ton of stuff. We've got those badass cat emblems. We've got Krusty Fat Cab hoodies and t-shirts. And if you buy either anything Krusty Fat Cab, you get a free liner koozie with your purchase. I'll just throw it in the order. And all our orders are shipped here. I got a room in the house dedicated just to merch. Me and my wife, one of us ships your order personally. We put a note on every one. A couple of you have been nice enough to reach out and thank me for that. It's nice to have that feedback. But yeah, we do it all in-house. There's no third party. You're not waiting months to get your stuff. You place an order, I'll mail it that day or the next day. I'm really good about it, barring any unforeseen circumstances, but we try to keep it next day as much as we can. Funny timing, the way this video ends up going out there. We are actually away at Coonley this weekend for the semi-stampede with Jason and the Fat Cab. So A, come and see us if you haven't already, but B, we're not going to be able to ship your order until Tuesday when we return. So just bear that in mind. I'm going to keep the website up this time, something I don't normally do. Thank you for your patience. Just want to thank you guys for your support. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you thought about this video down in the comments, good or bad. I can handle it. We'll see you in the next one.